So Matt, congratulations on Jason Bourne. Absolute pleasure to chat to you as well. Thanks for taking the time to talk at JOE.ie.
Thank you, man.
And you deserved that little break to Ireland at the end of November after filming.
Yeah, it was definitely the highlight of my fall.
How'd you get on over in Dublin?
We loved it. Absolutely loved it. That was our first time, and we had the girls with us, so we toured around and did some touristy things, and then also were able to see a couple U2 shows, which was pretty epic.
That sounds like the pretty full Irish experience. And sure, if Jason Bourne ever runs out of shady US politicians, or he can have a crack at some Irish ones, because we've got plenty as well.
No, we have enough in America.
It's been 10 years since Ultimatum. I think you filmed, released in 2007. In that 10 years, I'm sure Bourne's probably opened an Irish bar in Boston, got bored of it and probably just went hiding. Can you catch us up on the character and what gets him back into action, so to speak?
Well, we kind of decided, when we talked about making it, at the end of the Bourne Ultimatum, Jason Bourne swims away and kind of off into the sunset, and he's liberated himself from this identity of Jason Bourne, and he's kind of, and he's free. And so if you can either end it there and leave it and let the sleeping dogs lie, or if you're going to resurrect it, we came to the conclusion pretty quickly that you'd have to believe that 5 minutes after he swims away, things start going bad for him, and he's haunted by these things that he's done, and so you have to find him after this decade or so, kind of in a very unresolved place where he's on the run, but kind of running out of road and damaged and tortured by, what he's done, and then you have a kind of a fertile place to start the film.
You never said never in terms of going back. Was it just a case of, obviously, the post-Snowden world? Was it you and Paul just chatting about the environments of the current political state and swapping emails, swapping articles, stuff like that, to get inspiration to what brings the character out?
Yeah, we definitely felt like we needed the world to change, to kind of, so that we weren't doing a retread. And this whole issue, this, post-Edward Snowden, this whole issue of surveillance and, privacy versus security, and all, that's, feels like exactly the right place to kind of put one of these.
Yeah,
films.
You mentioned the privacy versus security issue, and a blatant case of your own privacy being violated by a certain Ben Affleck tweeting a throwback picture there.
Yeah.
Now's your perfect chance if you want to get a little bit of revenge on your good friends.
Oh, God.
Anything embarrassing?
If I only had, I should, you just reminded me, I should actually go through. He knows I don't tweet, so he's got me there, but I've got some pretty damning photos of him from around that same time. The 80s weren't nice to either of us. Though I did realize when I hadn't seen, that was my yearbook photo from high school, and I realized that haircut, that like Flock of Seagulls haircut that I had, I actually had that same wig in the Liberace movie. Yeah. Like, we literally had a wig that we called the Flock of Seagulls wig, and I was like, that's my hairstyle.
It's a timeless look. It's you just bring it back. If anyone do it, Matt, it's yourself. Yeah, about Bourne, it's a fantastic film, perfect ensemble cast, and again, your grading and the stunts are amazing. Now, the getting into shape in it, you look fantastic. Is that a process you enjoy, and what does that involve?
No, it's really hard work. It's at 45, it's brutal. The gym I don't mind. I don't mind. I feel better if I'm exercising regularly, but it's the diet. The diet is just brutal. It's like, it's just no fun, and I love to eat and I love to drink, and so it's so that part of it was my work.
Yeah,
that was
so when you were in Ireland, I hope you had a few pints.
I definitely did. I definitely did.
You're never going to find any peace, not till you admit to yourself who you really are.